do not agree with the Fahu tradition. I honestly do not understand how the most important woman in my life, the woman who literally gave birth to me, who was there for me through everything, is not acknowledged and recognized, but my Fahu is.
Hey y'all, this is Winakuzi of the Governor Club podcast. So one of my followers sent me this video and wanted me to talk about it on my live podcast this week. So this week's topic is going to be, does the Fahu always deserve your respect regardless of how they treat you? The girl in that video, mad props to her for having the courage to share her opinion, because the poly community was straight tearing her ass up in the comments, straight to Aki. But after listening to understand, not to respond like a lot of you sensitive, easily triggered people out there, here are my thoughts on what she said. In my interpretation of what she said, she's not right, but she's also not wrong either. She's not right in the sense that clearly she doesn't understand the Fahu tradition of why we hold the Fahu in high esteem in the Tongan culture. But she's also not wrong on how she feels about her mom over the Fahu, because let's be honest, there's some shitty Fahus out there that expect respect but don't deserve it. Now, luckily for me, I have great Fahus in my family who I love and respect. Shout out to my Fahus. But I've heard a lot of stories from a lot of people about toxic, broke-ass, drama queen Fahus who are very inconsiderate, big-headed, always gossiping, talking shit about your kids, always causing drama in the family. But when it comes to these functions, we have to ignore all of that and give them a respect that they haven't earned. Now, I hear from a lot of the older generation complaining that the younger generation do not want to keep up with the traditions and the culture like that girl in the video. But what the older generation do not understand about the younger generation is that the younger generation is growing up in an era where they are empowered to be independent thinkers, to speak up, and to question things. The younger generation wants to do it, but for them to do things, they have to understand why things are the way they are. This is not the older generation where you were just told to do it, no explanation, because that's just how things are. And that's why so many young Pacific Islanders, like that girl in that video, are sharing their opinion and speaking up about certain things they may not understand about the culture. And for the older generation, instead of getting upset, sit down and communicate with the young generation if you want these traditions to be passed down and continued to the next generation. Anyways, if you agree or disagree, I invite you guys to be part of this week's Governor Club Podcast live Zoom show this Wednesday, November 3rd at 9 p.m. California time. The Zoom link is below, and I will be joined by a panel of Polynesian women. We're going to break all of this down. See you guys there. Facts over feelings. Peace.